funds, public comment? No?
Board of Finance meeting, right?
Yeah, yeah, Board of Finance is actually starting at 7 o'clock.
Okay.
That's all right, this is the Board of Finance, we have another public hearing before that, so you're more than welcome to stay.
No, I have nothing.
Okay.
Nothing to say, sure, we got plenty of time.
Oh, you printed out those things too?
There's a copy down, Diane, can you reach the copy for Walter? This is,
Ah. I wonder who printed them out.
did I say Diane?
Yes.
I don't know why I said Diane. I think Pat must have. Barbara?
She is efficient. Something I don't need to.
Now, are you gonna add this to the,
Under new business.
oh, okay, all right.
And yes, I couldn't put on the agenda before the town council worked on it last night, and then it was too late to get it on our agenda.
Yeah.
Walter, how long do you want to stay open?
I'm sorry, Mike, I didn't hear.
How long do you want to keep the public meeting open?
We will close down at 7 o'clock, or a couple of minutes before 7, unless there's people here that yet haven't talked. So we'll close it down, say 5 minutes to 7. I don't know if you're gonna leave this up for the Board of Finance meeting, or you're gonna take it all down.
All right, I'll just go to the podium so I can explain to people watching at home.
Okay. And I assume our mics are live?
Yes.
Is there any reason Board of Finance members can't discuss this now, in terms of like questions or anything?
Okay, Stephanie, since I guess this is on the public record, Mike Sinello,
Technically,
111
you
Willow
can.
Springs.
Hold on, sorry.
Yeah, I'm actually addressing right now, even though it has
Sorry, Mike.
little to do with the ARPA funds. This is just for people at home, basically. So we've opened up the meeting. I don't know if there are any audio problems at the beginning. There might have been. Just so folks know, we are in the middle of the American Rescue Plan Act funds public meeting. This is the purpose of this meeting, is to collect public input for those funds. It is the final in-person meeting before that process gets handed off to the various boards that are going to be deciding on all of that. So folks know, Walter has said that he's going to leave this meeting open for another, it is just after 6:30. He's going to leave this meeting open for about another 20 minutes. So if you're watching at home and you have something you want to address the Board of Finance in relation to the American Rescue Plan Act, hurry up and get down here. There's time to get down here if you're close enough. Walter, Walter is going to let you guys know how long you have to speak, because I don't think that's actually in the agenda. So if anyone gets down here in time, the Board of Finance is here to listen to you. So again, we'll leave the meeting open as long as that goes. Remember, from the folks in the Board of Finance, your mics are hot. We have to leave them hot. So
Mike, is this streaming by any chance?
we are streaming right now onto YouTube. So folks know too. I'll just throw this in. Why not? I've got the podium for 5 minutes, so I'll use it. Yeah, so Taylor Media is actually experimenting with dual streaming and multi-destination streaming. So we'll keep everyone posted on that. But if you guys want to let us know, want to let Mayor Pete know where you guys would like to have those destinations be streamed to. Right now, from a technology standpoint, it's not limited to a number of destinations. We could go to Facebook, we could go to Twitch, we could go to YouTube, we could go to a number of different destinations. So we're experimenting with that right now. Right now, it's still in the, again, experimental stages. Hopefully, we'll be able to roll that out fairly soon. So anyways, thanks for having me.
Michael, do you want to comment at all on the rescue plan, or?
Yeah, while you're up there.
I think I've made my, my commentary public on my channel. Quite honestly, when I come to the town council meetings, I just don't have time to come to the podium, because you guys are able to see the stuff that I do here. And I don't know, my takes on this are fairly unpopular, so I'll kind of just let things function the way that they're going to function. Even though I'm the only one here that gets to be the podium, I've always been a believer of the squeakiest wheel should not get the grease. The grease should go to the wheel that needs it most. So if I'm going to be the only one at these meetings, I think it's kind of unfair to shove down your throat something that's pretty unpopular. So anyways,
Is that a no comment?
that's a no comment, yeah.
You sure you want to speak after you're there? There's plenty of time.
I don't know about the rest of this. I don't know about the rest.
You got about 20 minutes to read up on it.
items that the town council approved last night?
We could, that will save time.
That would?
I was planning on doing it in the new business section of our Board of Finance agenda. I would suggest first that if people haven't taken the time to go through this whole document, to do that now. And if we have time, you know, if you have questions you want to clarify, we can. I believe the mayor will be here at our 7 o'clock meeting, and he could definitely clarify, you know, some of the questions that people may arise. As far as I know, this has all been vetted by the town attorney. It was presented to the town council last evening, and they approved all of this. Technically, the Board of Finance doesn't have to approve or disapprove of this. It's not necessarily in our purview because it's outside the budgetary guidelines. And the council's approved it, you know, basically we could say yay or nay. If we say nay, we can explain it, but it'll still go through, okay? But that gives us an opportunity to look it over, be aware of what's happening with the $7.4 million, I believe it is, that we got, or 7.9, thank you, Michael. Mixing that up with the Board of Ed's money. And that's basically it. So if you want to take your time, look through all this stuff, there's a lot of reading material here, but it'll save us time later. And more familiar if someone comes in and wants to discuss it.
The council did not approve anything for the youth agency, it did not make the agenda last night, just so you know, even though it was added to the agenda, that never happened last night.
What page you on?
Second page of the, well, I know you're front and back.
Similar to those in Bethel? No.
Oh, so you don't have it added to the, you don't have that line?
No.
Oh, okay, maybe it's just,
Not in this packet.
right, maybe it's just an old, because this was last night's packet, so maybe this was, but never mind.
So maybe the packets are only what was approved.
That's, yes, but the youth agency was supposed to be added, it never got added. So this was what was approved last night.
There is no total, so we could just total up what's on the front page? Is that accurate?
No, because the Hope Fund was 100,000 and the Good Samaritan Fund was 100,000. We have to change those numbers.
Say that again?
The Hope Fund and the
Hope.
Good Samaritan Fund
I'm trying to find them.
on the first page.
Still can't find it. Oh, here it is. Hope Fund is 100,000,
And the Good Samaritan Fund was 100,000.
Okay.
I think, let me see, was everything else, 125?
You didn't publish the minutes yet from the town
I
council,
haven't
did
had a
you?
chance, no.
Okay. No, I was gonna look them up if you
They're
did.
going, no, they're going tomorrow, hopefully. I think everything else.
Mine's correct.
Yeah, so's mine.
Oh, that's right, I forgot this last night's packet, I'm sorry. I forgot last night's packet.
Okay, so, got it.
If we got a calculator, we can add this up, so we got,
So I don't see an actual item for the, Arts Commission.
it's on the first page, or it was on the first page, let me make sure it's on your first page.
Oh, that's all the same sentence, excuse me. So the Cultural Alliance of Western Connecticut is recommending 1%, of the ARF. Oh, I got it, there it is. I thought this was two separate things.
Michael, I got a question on your streaming. Can people that are watching the stream in some way or another get questions into the meeting? Or is that because you're on YouTube as opposed to some other platform?
Let me just go to plug in to address that, since that's probably a question people want to hear an answer to.
Okay, so this is not a legal opinion that I'm issuing, this is instructions that have been passed down to me, so, there is not a legal way to participate in official meetings as far as I understand. So I can't actually give you an opinion on as to whether or not it would be technically legal for people to me to just read off the comments from YouTube. However, you as the, ex officio, are at your discretion to determine the rules of public comment for the people in the room. So you could just open the floor to endless public comment. You could say that public comment, people are allowed to return to the podium until a certain time, and for however many number of minutes. As far as I know, there isn't a limit to your discretion in that regard. So people at home, if you have questions and you have a YouTube account or a Google account, and want to get those questions in on YouTube, and Walter was okay with letting me just take to the podium, if you will, I suppose that there would be a way to do it.
Well, it's not really questions, it's really more comments than anything, Mike, which it's not really, I understand, it's not a discussion, I just wanted to clarify that.
Yeah, so I suppose if people wanted to, you're limited to 250 characters with live comments on YouTube, so, if you have, something you wanna say, I suppose you could put it in a minute in the YouTube comments. And I suppose if Walter was to allow me to use that podium time for me to just read out those comments, I could get that. And the way the rules are written, as far as I know, I could just read Star Wars literature.
Yeah. The only thing I would add, I will leave it open if people want to make those comments, but we need your name and address. Otherwise, we need to know where the comments are coming from and who we need to contact in case we want to follow up.
All right, well, you guys heard from Walter.
And Mike, I think you're wrong. I think that you have to address an item on the agenda. So you can't read Star Wars.
Is that true of a public meeting, or is that true of, I know official town meetings, you have to stay on the agenda.
Yes.
I know in public hearings, I think you're supposed to stay on the agenda. But with public meetings, I know the reason they set these up as public meetings so that there could be as broad.
Meetings are open to virtually any topic.
Right, so like I think, again, I wish Randy was out over here to offer you an actual legal opinion.
Sure.
I don't know.
I don't lose sleep over it.
Sorry, folks at home, I don't know if I actually had the podium mic on, so just to relate that, if you guys want to get your comments into the YouTube comments, again, 250 characters what you're limited to, and Walter has some pretty broad discretion as to what he's allowing. Since I'm the only one really in the room to use my time at the podium to say, and he's got some pretty broad latitude as to how much time I'm allowed to stand up to the microphone, so if Walter is willing to allow it, I'd be happy to just read whatever comments come in from YouTube. He has said, of course, reminder, that he wants name and address associated with your YouTube account. So what was the last thing? The last thing is we got 10 more minutes you want to leave it open for? 10 more minutes. So,
Thank you, Mike.
This is from Rick Agee, 1 Murphy's Way, New Milford. I fully support the decisions of Mayor Bass and the town council.
Thank
That's
you
it.
for the comment.
That's it.
Stefan, did you get that?
I got 6:54, you wanna issue a last call?
Yeah, we'll call it 6:55. We'll close the meeting without objections from the Board of Finance. And we will reconvene the Board of Finance at 7 PM, so everybody has a 5-minute break in between.